15 years ago, Maidu began giving martial arts lessons in her driveway. Today you can find her at Walloon Kung Fu and Tai Chi Academy, on the corner of Ferry Street and Eastern Ave in Malden. Walloon offers Kung Fu and Tai Chi lessons to young children, teenagers, and adults. All are welcome. But Walloon isn't just a martial arts academy. It's also a cultural and community center that is very active in the city of Malden. The location was the birthplace of the Greater Malden Asian Community Coalition, GMAC for short, and has served as the physical location for Malden Neighbors Helping Neighbors, Malden's mutual aid, for most of the pandemic. Du says the space at the Academy is for community building, promotion of good values, both in the sense of health and fitness, but at the same time, mind, body, spirit, social justice, equity, and inclusion, as well as an educational and political center for a lot of community activism. All the people behind Walloon have made it a pillar of the Asian American community, and the Malden community at large. Over the course of the pandemic, many Asian businesses suffered from both closures and from anti-Asian racism. These businesses are essential. They help connect the community. Du says these businesses are filling in the gap between public services that are not there yet. In her interview with Neighborhood View, Du also spoke of the importance of Asian representation in the community, saying, "It is so affirming to their self-worth and personal identity to know that your own culture is valued, is visible, is embraced, and to be able to see things around you publicly. That is affirming to who you are, the culture and the heritage and the traditions and the color of skin that you're born into." Check out the full spotlight on Walloon in the Neighborhood View. And if you're in the area, Walloon is back open for in-person lessons, after being virtual for most of the pandemic, so make sure to go out and support them.
District kitchen owner Stacy Jum grew up in a seaside city, which inspired her to make an authentic Chinese seafood menu at her restaurant. She wanted people to experience a bit of the food and culture from where she grew up in Chindo. In her interview with the Neighborhood View, Jum said, "I have a dream to have my own restaurant, and as an immigrant it's very difficult for us." Jum mentions the troubles of having a restaurant in Malden and Greater Boston. There is a lot of competition. People find restaurants through social media, and Jum recognized that marketing would be an important tool to reach her customers. Currently, District Kitchen has over 2,000 followers on Instagram, which Jum built up. Jum says, "I want to prove to all the women or Asian women to step up and just keep fighting for what you want." Check out the full spotlight on District Kitchen in the Neighborhood View, and if you're in the area, head to District Kitchen for a meal. Mei Hung moved from Taiwan to the United States for college. She became intrigued by American culture. Now, as the executive director of Chinese Culture Connection, she considers herself the bridge between Asian culture and other cultures in Malden. Hung's journey with Chinese Culture Connection began with volunteering. But when the founder grew tired of working without much financial support, Hung stepped up as she knew the value Chinese Culture Connection had for the Malden community. In Malden, immigrants and minorities have a very large presence. 42.6% of the population is foreign-born, and 1,829 out of the 4,422 businesses are owned by minorities. Chinese Culture Connection uplifts and supports the community in many ways. In her interview with Neighborhood View, Hung said, "My role is really to generate some curiosity, have some more dialogue, and create some kind of engagement with each other. I'm here to be the bridge of the community, and I think we've been doing a great job so far. We're making a lot of friends and collaborating with our community groups. And, I think that's the place to be." When speaking about the rise of Asian hate crimes, Hung spoke of the importance of immigrants in the U.S., saying, "To project your anger towards a certain population or groups is totally not only self-defeat, but also unproductive and wrong. No one should have any right or reason to project their anger towards anyone and project their hate towards any groups, because this country is derived by the immigrant population. Without the immigrant population, this country is nothing." Check out the full spotlight of Chinese Culture Connection in Neighborhood View. Reach out to Chinese Culture Connection and find ways you can get involved.